And this is the second piece that we will bring over to Shop 202. So, get your sneakers on and let's walk across the street. Well, here we are, finally over at Shop 202. This is Tom Moyer, one of the owners of this fine establishment located at 202 Farnsworth Avenue, across the street from the gallery. Like we discussed over at the Artful Deposit, this is one of the Bordentown City doors that was put on promo, was put on special between the photographer and the gallery during the 325th anniversary of Bordentown City in 2007. Tom and I decided that he would also offer a framing special to the purchasers, and he's going to show us what that entailed.
What I've come up with is a $75 special. I have two frames that go with it, a mahogany and a walnut. I first suggest going with a neutral color, which can go with just about anything. If you have a particular door on here that you would like to have framed, say the red door, we can pull out a red. And the red will go real nice with the mahogany.
Okay, so basically you came up with a molding and a basic acid-free mat, and you said that it was, what, a 2-inch mat?
About 2 inches, yes.
Okay. And when people came in, did you, if they were sort of lost, did you suggest that they frame a neutral because it could go in any room in their home?
Yes.
Okay, and did most people opt for that?
Most of the people go with the neutral color, unless they really have their door and you would like to have a specific color.
Okay, I'd like to see some sort of a colonial green, and then because I'm going to be making our selection for the piece to come back to the Artful Deposit for sale, I'm going to take advantage of the framing special that Shop 202 is offering, and I would like to see, even though green isn't as neutral, I think that it would be another avenue that somebody could consider for their home. Now, which of the moldings would you suggest?
I think the brown would go better.
Okay. Now, on the back of here, you can see this molding is $5.50 a foot. Remember what we discussed across the street. If you feel a little overwhelmed and you don't want to keep asking only about price, you turn it over. You can see it marked right here, and if you enjoy it visually and you think that it would be a good selection, then you're good to go. I am going to, because you said most people, whether they're keeping the piece for themselves or they're gifting it, a lot of people did purchase the doors of Bordentown City to give as a gift to a resident in town or somebody that moved away, or moving away. It's another commemorative, it's a good idea. I'm going to select then this basic, neutral, acid-free mat, and with the brown molding like you suggested.
I think that's a good choice.
Okay. Now for our second unframed piece, I'd like to ask Pete Hobday, the other owner and partner of Tom Moyer of Shop 202. Pete, can you bring out the Gennady Spirin for us? This is Pete Hobday. Now this is going to be a little different. Don't forget, this is a very important piece. It is an investment piece. Even though it is not one of Gennady Spirin's originals, it has significant value. It was purchased for $295, unframed, and now I want to make this piece look important. I want to give it has a very Renaissance, significant, very royal look to it. But I don't want to get too crazy with my selection because I'm going to see that in my pricing. All right? There are suede mats. And can you tell us about these?
The suede mats are real suede. It's a suede on a acid-free backing, and it gives a richness look because it's actually fabric. It's not paper, and you can't get that look with just paper.
Although it is all acid-free. Every material
Everything
here.
I use is acid-free.
So everything that's framed out of Shop 202, it leaves perfectly safely.
Yes.
All right, I would like to see, this is pretty expensive though in terms of mats.
It's a little more than double a paper mat, so
Okay.
it is more expensive. You get the rich look, but you pay for it.
All right, so let me see then, I'd like to leave that out. I'd like to see then a basic, just a basic mat with no texture. And we want to try and pull some of the interesting color out of the piece,
That's nice.
which I like this an awful lot. And now I'm trying to get this, there's a lot of metal, there's a lot of armor. I would like to see something with a sort of metallic look. Do you have anything? There's a lot of faux finishes with mats. You can get really creative. You know, there's a faux silk instead of purchasing a real silk mat. There's a, ooh,
Look at that.
I'm
Isn't that
liking
great?
that. I'm liking that. And then a lot of this, I go by my instinct, and my gut is saying, I think this is perfect for this piece. Now, we're in the middle of the road.
Look at that.
Very
Renaissance looking.
Perfect. A lot of the time, you'll see that the framer will just be able to go to the wall. All three of these moldings really could work. They all could work. Now, I'd like to see the prices of them.
All right, this is $11.50 a foot, which is very reasonable for the size. This is $19, and this is $18.75.
Okay.
Let me see the size we got here.
Now, what I'm going to do is see how this looks. I've chosen this mat. I just know that that's going to be amazing on it. This could work beautifully, and so could this. Can you see how all of
Let's
this
get rid of these.
just has a very powerful appearance, and I think it would have high impact. So because I think all three of them could work, I'm going to choose the least expensive. I'm going to go with the $11.50 a foot. Tom is going to put, what size mat is going on
For
here?
this piece, to make it important, especially with the pattern of the mat, I would suggest a 3-inch mat, which would probably be about that big.
Okay, and we're going to make sure the signature, that pencil signature, and our limited edition number is exposed, that we can see it. We don't want the mat to be over it. It's a crucial part of the piece of art. You want to celebrate that signature. It makes it part of the limited edition, and definitely you're showing that it is a Gennady spirit. So I think I can't wait to see the finished product.
This size, which I measured out with a 3-inch mat, we're looking at about 11 feet of molding. So that's also important when you're paying the price per foot. That adds up. 11 feet is a lot of feet.
Okay, so where are we price-wise for this?
I figured out we will be at $212 on this piece with this combination.
Okay, so remember our budget was to keep it right around $500, and that's what we have been able to do. It was $295 unframed and $212, and we're coming in with tax right around there.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, through the magic of TV and artful living, we now have our framed pieces to show you. Pete, can you bring out the doors of Bordentown City? Wow. Very nice.
We
Very
got our
nice.
2-inch mat, the neutral mat with our brown walnut frame.
Okay, so from start to finish, unframed, this was only $50. With the framing special that